food? In a second. So, it's a little bit about the soul. I go for my walk. Take you with me. This might be a long conversation. So, I've come to arrive at a rational proof for the existence of the soul. Rational versus empirical, in standard philosophical sense. Empiricism would be the use of experience, the use of the senses, and observations. Science is an empirical discipline. Everything is based on observations and measurements, things that appeal to your senses and satisfy some requirement of the quality of experience. Rationality uses intuition and thinking, form of reasoning. Both empiricism and rationality are seen as a form of logic. You can be purely rational, you can be purely empirical, or you can be a combination of the two to arrive at some conclusion or another. When we try to analyze our existence in the universe to find the soul, first have to qualify what you mean by the soul. That which is experiencing, that which is fundamentally the self, and that which can exist outside of the body and is eternal and immortal. It cannot ever cease experiencing. If you try to compare that to just the body, well, the body will sometimes pass out or go to sleep, but you never get to experience sleep or passing out. You only experience the edit of existence from one conscious moment to another conscious moment. So we're going to include the dream as a measure of experience, and the common understanding of the dream is that it takes place purely in the mind. It is as if when you sleep, your mind creates a movie for you and you are watching it, but it appeals to all the senses, so you can see, taste, touch, hear, and smell. And what takes place then is an experience that can be very similar to a dream. The differences can be that a dream is fleeting. It won't last very long, and it's not stable. Dreams from night to night are not continuous. Your dream may be amorphous, which means it doesn't stay in the same form, but instead it changes shape rapidly. The next one is it may not appeal to all of your senses. Another is that it is a lower level of consciousness, meaning that when you wake up, you don't quite remember it all, and you don't experience it in a similar fashion as waking consciousness. Of course, waking consciousness can exist in levels of consciousness as well. So those are the criteria of a dream, and we'll call waking consciousness reality for now. So there are some limits to empiricism, and fundamentally what's going to happen is when you challenge empiricism by rationality, you arrive at what is the essence of soul. It seems somehow fundamental to rationality, which is, I think, very interesting to me. A scientist will assume that what is empirical to one person can be transferred to another person's experiences, and therefore can be empirical to another person. Note about the scientific method was that when early philosophers were trying to derive the scientific method, they found problems with empiricism. They found that one could know one's own experiences, but one could not know another's experiences. You could not know another's experience, but you can only compare yourself to their experience. You could say perhaps another person is colorblind, or perhaps they perceive time in a different way than you do. Things sped up or slowed down. What they experience then is not knowable. So it prompted Rene Descartes to question how he knew he was existing, and how he was not sure that other people were actually existing. They were not just illusions, as in a dream. And he said, I think, therefore I am.